Honest trailers, try not to laugh. Hopefully this shit records this time. What the fuck? Fuck Ghost Rider. Fuck the nigga that be riding ghosts.
From Marvel, back in
I'm
the
gonna make myself
try-hard
laugh.
phase, the filmmaker responsible for some of the best bad moments in superhero cinema. The guys who cranked out some of the dumbest fun movies since they cranked out both Cranks. And the screenwriting equivalent
There was
of
two
movies
Cranks?
comes two films that feel like going on a 48-hour coke bender with Nick Cage. And by that I mean they're a bad idea, but still pretty fun.
The angel. I can feel him.
Ghost Rider and Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. Only one man is uniquely qualified to be the Ghost Rider, Nick Cage. Cause this actor's already been an outcast who melts his face off like a wicker man. Trapped between worlds, this army of one will drive angry, seeking justice when it gets dark. He'll kick ass with his kill chains as a prisoner of the Ghostland. Cause this Lord of War is running with the devil, and he's got a score to settle. Holy crap, he makes a lot of movies. It's almost inconceivable. What a pig. Or a national treasure, depending on how you look at it.
I mean, shout out to him for recording all the
Ghost
movies.
Rider 1. He's a stuntman who's more hot rod than Evil Knievel. But when his dad has a light cough, aka movie speak for dying of cancer, he'll make a deal with the devil to prolong his life for about one afternoon. Stricken with grief, teenage Johnny will ghost his sweetheart, leaving her to grow into a reporter with a 10-year.
How does she become?
Teenage Johnny will ghost his sweetheart.
That don't look like Eve Torres.
Leaving her to grow into a reporter with a 10-year age difference, and now must become the Ghost Rider, a demon with the powers of riding a motorcycle, which she could already do, and scaring people to death with eye contact, which again, Nick Cage could already do. Follow up the campy original with an edgelord reboot in Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, where they change his look, supporting cast, and origin story, because just shut up and embrace the chaos, okay? Fire piss! In the first one, he made a deal with the devil. Now, in the follow-up, he'll have an even worse idea and make a deal with a priest to bring him a young boy.
Bring us the boy.
In a sequel that abandons all restraint and
A little
just gives the
rapey.
people what they want, a skull monster barfing fire bullets into a goon's face. Full of high-octane visuals that almost overcome the moment when the
Damn!
Ghost Rider scolds you for pirating movies.
You did something you wouldn't want the writer to see. A white lie, an illegal download.
You wouldn't download a crane. Oh, wait, you would. Speed through two early comic book films that would be pretty forgettable if it weren't for the Cage of it all, as Nick brings a grab bag of random quirks.
I'm not gonna cap. I completely forgot Ghost Rider was a movie. Completely forgot it was a movie.
To Johnny Blaze, like an Elvis accent that disappears after the first film.
You know, I watch a lot of TV, and you do a really good job.
Only drinking straight from the container. Unless it's jelly beans, in which case, martini glass. While off camera, he was bringing the weird by doing his own makeup, sewing totems into the lining of his jacket.
And then I would sew in bits of Egyptian artifacts that were thousands of years old into my costume.
And just generally
Why?
freaking out at all times for our entertainment.
No conscience. Just hunger.
If you want to pull that trigger, do it.
Scraping at the door! Scraping at the door!
But the Cage won't rage alone. There's a whole cast carefully
Cage Rage is the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life.
selected respected by the directors for their authentic Europeanness.
I mean, like, all Europeans, they have an accent, right?
It's over there in the Europe place.
It's the rock.
Like Idris Elba as Moreau, a French priest so stereotypical. We were gonna make a joke like, "Ho ho ho, I love it to drink the wine," but that's more or less his actual dialogue. Sam Elliott as the narrator from The Big Lebowski, doing the kind of authentic portrayal of the American West that he stands for. Jane Campion could never. Rebel Wilson? Huh, that's random.
Rebel Wilson
A
was in that
WandaVision
movie?
fan theory video's worth of Mephistos, played by one actor who has to be in this movie because his deal with the devil
Yeah.
is up, and one actor who has to be in this movie for his deal with the devil to get started. Plus, a new metal band's worth of unthreatening pale demon boys. Look out, Ghost Rider, it's Puddle Guy, white dreadlocks, rockabilly Twilight, and the personification of mold. So return to the bad old times of 2000s comic book movies, before Iron Man made them cool, and Nolan prestiged the out of everything. Even though real fans
can
know
barely
these
hear
are
you,
some of the most true to comics films ever made. Not because they're accurate, because they're loud, fun, and barely make sense. Comics are mostly dumb. That's why we love them.
Facts. That is why we love comics, because they're dumb as fuck. They didn't disrespect Legion in this movie. I need to go rewatch Ghost Rider and Ghost Rider 2 because I don't remember this level of comic book disrespect being in this movie.
Starring Daredevil. What? It makes more sense for him than a blind lawyer.
Facts.
Blazing Saddles.
Blazing
Girls
Saddles,
One Eva. Logang.
Hilarious.
Soul Man.
Hilarious.
Demonic and Knuckles.
Hilarious.
The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. With him. Hellboy. Decay Hole. Damnable Door. Prayed In. And the least realistic part in a
Damnable
movie
Door?
with a flaming skull demon biker.
I think I should walk you to your car.
You're pretty and all.
You refused?
Why don't you just go back to wherever it is you came from?
You think I'm pretty, right?
The nigga looking you in your face and saying, oh, that reminds me of another story. Okay. I was at Walmart with this girl I was trying to fuck, right? And this is like, we're talking at least like 4 years ago. And I remember no. I remember I don't know what she did, but she annoyed me. And we was walking by one of the workers and I said, hey, bro, do you want her? Because you can have her, bro. And the nigga was like, nah. And she was not ugly. She was a beautiful young lady. Nigga was like, nah, I'm good. And she looked so hurt. And I just could do nothing but laugh because it was so funny. She was so distraught. I was like, damn, shawty. Don't let that shit happen to me, though.
Spawn in 60 seconds. Okay, why does Roxanne bring a magic 8-ball on a date? Will I be in the sequel? Outlook, not good. Keep my wife's name out of your beeping mouth.
I'm strong to the finish, cause I eats me spinach.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers. You got to say rubber
That
baby
shit was
buggy
so
bumpers
funny.
in
I
Arnold
can't
Schwarzenegger's voice, all right? Honest.
That nigga said, I'm good. It was the way he did it. So, like, the nigga was like, look, I'm gonna show you because I'm still streaming. So, let me see my phone. Okay, bet. Nigga was like this, look. He was getting his shit. So, he was getting something. He was like, aha, I'm good. He just went on about his business. I wish he would, bro. Nigga was sober as fuck. It was sad. He was like, I'm good. He just went on about what he was doing. I was like, this is what I was like, yo. I said, bro, you want her, bro? Cause you can have her, bro. He was like, I'm good. He just went on about his business. Like, I was like, oh my God. I've never seen this level of disrespect in person. Oh, she was distraught. Distraught when we got back in the car. Distraught.
Trailers is filmed.
What do you
in front of
think?
a live studio audience.
Whew, that shit was funny.